Like many, the VDO analog clock in my Porsche was not functional and needed to be repaired. While I had the gauges out of the car for a recent LED conversion, I decided to take a closer look at the clock in hopes of repairing it. From what I had seen online, many people were able to repair their clocks by replacing two capacitors within the unit, so that's what I show you in this video. I started out by getting a small screwdriver under the edge of the gauge bezel and carefully unfolding it as I worked around the entire gauge to separate the face from the body. After that, disassembly is pretty self-explanatory with a couple screws and a single solder joint that help the gauge come apart completely. So the fact that I can see the motor turning on this thing, as well as visibly not seeing any broken gears and then confirming that, everything spins freely, I'm led to believe that it is the capacitors here. So what I'll likely have to do is source new capacitors, desolder, and then resolder new ones, and then we should be good to go there. So I think I'm just going to leave this out of the car right now and then work on this, on the side. I think this would be a good little project. All right, I'm going to begin desoldering the original capacitors. So I'll probably trim back just a little bit of the tabs here and then get the solder gun heated up and then slowly pull these things out. And then we'll pay attention to the polarity here. So positive, negative, and then on this side you can see right there is the positive mark and then negative. On these guys, I had to Google it, but the black stripe is the negative, so we at least have the orientation there. So hopefully we'll get these things on there and it will fix our clock. It's a little tricky. Keep a little pressure on it. It's at least moved. It's kind of tough, guys. Might have found the secret. There we go. Okay. So you work it quickly back and forth. That is the secret. Boom. Here we go. One side done. Okay, those look good. Alright, let's hook this thing up to battery and see if it works. Okay, we've got our power hooked up, and the cord is draped right over the camera, so I can't really move here. But let's go ahead and hook up our ground. Let's hope this works. Oh, it's working. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but it's 100% working. Hell yeah. Alright, well I have the clock wired up. You can see it's wiggling in there. Alright, I'll put the screws in and then start drawing it up, and then I'll probably relieve the solder joint one more time to help it just pop fully through. I can see there's a little tension on it. Okay. I'm so excited to have a working clock. Okay, I'm gonna get to work on pushing this down. All right, so I just made this. This is the Porsche Gauge Assembler 9000. So here in a moment I'll put up the technical drawings for it, but this should allow us to go ahead and get this gauge assembled carefully. Try to do this in an angle that you guys can see. Whew. Almost there. That's it. 1 o'clock. All right, we have the clock hooked up to power. We're 51 seconds in. So I'm gonna check back in 15 minutes, but that thing is definitely moving. So I'm pretty damn pleased right now. Looks good to me. With the clock reinstalled in the car, I'm happy to report that it has been keeping time and working perfectly for the last 4 months since I did the repair. So if your clock isn't working, feel free to reference this video and hope you found it helpful. Thanks for watching.